What up, what up? Welcome to another episode of the 710 of Slickville Show. I am your host, Jay Brown, a.k.a. Mr. 710, and we back out here in these streets. Hey, I am super excited about the show that we have going on tonight. Do apologize for the late start. I'm blaming James. I can blame him because it's not his first time coming to the show, but we know how we do this thing, man. Like I said, I'm going to introduce our guests here in a minute. You've already seen one, but I want to let y'all know that this is an interactive show. So, like, share, comment, call in. The phone number is 470-251-4343. And like I said, go ahead and share this feed. If you don't share this feed, I would like to not to think that you are a hater, but if you don't share it, you probably are a hater. So, let's go ahead and share this feed right now. I want to introduce to you one more time Mr. James Worthy.
What's up? What's up?
We're out here in these streets, and I am also joined today, and I was super excited about this, Mr. Ecstacy from Whodini.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, welcome. How y'all doing today?
Man, I'm great, man.
Great day. Great.
Ripping and running, moving as we should.
Oh, absolutely. Man, hey, listen, when you told me you bringing them with you, I mean, even when we talked about you coming back in, you already know. It's like, all right, it's time to get this thing rolling.
Yeah.
You know, and we try to keep everything going. We try to keep everything going, positive direction, moving forward. So, hey, I'm ready. I see the music has been doing good.
Yeah, man. It's definitely it's got its legs growing.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man.
Before we get going on this, I want to wish a happy birthday to Yannette, our producer. She behind the scenes making all this good stuff happen.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh yeah. She's the one that keeps all of this going for us. And so thank you. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Like I said, guys, if you have not shared this feed, go ahead and share this feed. Don't be a hater. All right. Let me see. Yeah, they are here in this Instagram chat room too. That's what I'm talking about. But look, so today we're gonna talk about what I saw last week. We also gonna interview James Worthy and Ecstacy, and then we're gonna do finish the sentence with you two as well.
Finish the sentence.
Yeah, man. And you know
What's that one?
No, I ain't got no sense, man. So none of it's gonna be hard. None of it's gonna be crazy. At least not too crazy. Mm-hmm. But it ain't nothing y'all can't handle.
Let's do it.
Especially for media vets like you all. There we go.
I'm with it.
That's what I'm talking about. But look. Since you've been here, we've been riding the waves. We've been riding the waves of Blue Sunsets. And how's the reception been of that album so far?
That's been great, man. You know, that was my debut solo single. Response has been really, really great. I didn't expect it to, really take off as quick as it did. Mm-hmm. But it's been great, man. So I had to hit him with a follow up.
Hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. When I heard it the first time, I was like, okay.
He's vibing to it.
Okay. And immediately, I mean that's just what you get. It's an immediate vibe, man.
Yeah.
And we gonna play the little clip. We gonna play a clip of that.
No, you gonna rock it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean if that's so.
That's great.
If we got y'all permission.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about. So has it been exceeding your expectations, or I mean, did you set expectations of what you wanted it to do starting out?
You know what? I never really have expectations going into really anything. I just kind of go with the flow of things, and of course, I want everything that I do to be successful. But with that particular song, I just kind of knew it was feel good music, but. I just wanted something for R&B. Everybody keeps saying R&B is gone or it's dead or whatever you want to call it, so I just wanted to bring that vibe.
You know what? I did ask you about that last time because
yeah.
I don't remember the last time we had a real R&B album. I mean, Miguel might have had one, but that's been a few years.
Yeah.
Just something you can just put in and let go. And so far, first two tracks, we just let that thing roll.
That's what it's about, man. Good vibes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so, you guys, I mean, of course they already know you from New York.
Yeah.
Ecstacy, you from New York as well?
Brooklyn, New York, man. Brooklyn.
That's what I'm talking about. Brooklyn, Queens, Ain't been no little rivalry or nothing like that up in there.
Nah, New York is New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, we represent.
So that was an instant connection when y'all got in the studio?
Yeah, it's always been a good vibe.
Yeah, I think it's been a good vibe. I mean, the song "Move" is a great song. It's got like a great little kind of Caribbean kind of vibe to it, and so it was kind of easy to merge my old school kind of flavor that I come with his new R&B flavor, So, but I love the song when I first heard this song, and I just knew that it was going to be something that I'd be interested in. And it pulled me out of retirement because I'm not really active in making new music right now. It's kind of been like just touring for the last couple of decades, just kind of enjoying just the fruits of early success. Right. And just kind of cruising, and song came along and it made me think about it. And I wanted to be a part of it, so he let me down.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like, when was the last time you actually got on something?
It's been over 20 years. It's been a minute, So kind of not been active in the creative part of music, but always out there touring, doing shows and stuff like that, surviving and just enjoying raising kids living in Atlanta, man.
All right, I was going to ask you about that as well. So when you put moves together and you decided to reach out to Ecstacy, like what was that thought process? I mean, was it one of those things where you was just like, you know what, I need that guy from Friends? Or
Well, me and X met through my producer Rob Beats. Rob is actually the one who put that situation together, and before we even met, X already had heard Move, so he was already vibing to it, whatever. So when we first met, he was already writing his verse. So I just came in, and we wrote the tail end of it together and laid it down, and that's how we did it.
Oh man, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
It definitely wasn't planned.
Okay.
But it came together quick. Quickly. It wasn't like a week or so. Like that was a day. We kind of like came together and we kind of did it and knocked it out and it was done. So it felt good. So anytime you go that smooth, you kind of
you pretty much know. It's like listening to it. It didn't seem like it was something that was forced. Sometimes you have songs that you feel like man, they didn't really have to have that person on there.
Right,
but
right.
Like hearing you come in, it's just like, dang. Yeah,
it's fresh.
This is.
And he wanted me to use my old school vibe, just my natural vibe. So that made it easier because I didn't have to come in there and try to sound like somebody else or try to reinvent myself. So it was natural. So that also helped the process go a lot quicker. So that was cool.
That's what I'm talking about. And so, look, for anybody that don't know, this is the guy that made Friends. How many of us have them? Like
Friends?
Me and my partner Jalil. Yeah, that was up there.
That Freaks Come Out at Night.
One Love.
That guy.
Funky Beat.
5 Minutes of Funk.
Like Big Mouth.
All of that. All of that stuff. And it's crazy because you do your research and it's like, dang, yeah, that one too, and then that one too, and then that one too. And so when you hear your songs, and whether it's in a movie or somebody come to you to use that beat, even all these, I don't want to say all these years later, but I mean, it's been like
35 years almost. Yeah. It's been a minute. I can't believe I said that, but really, 84, 85. I mean, been a minute, but it's an honor, man. It's and I get a kick out of it sometimes when I try to explain how it was to my kids who were really too young to see that era. So when I tell them the stories and stuff like that, they look at me like I'm crazy and like I'm lying. I said, no, for real, it was like this and it was like that. So whenever we we just got back from Black Music Honors, they honored Whodini this year with an assortment of other artists and stuff like that, when my kids can see it and they can look at me with a little bit of pride, and I can kind of put my shoulders back and just, I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? So
shout out to
that's
that.
cool when that happens.
Shout out to that.
Awesome show.
Question from the chat room: what is it about a song that lets you know that this is it or that I need to be on it?
The groove.
Yeah.
And if it's a particular groove that really moves me and inspires me, if I can hear a song and I just automatically lyrics start coming to my head, or I start swaying back and forth, and it's a different kind of music than the kind of music that I make. So that's interesting. That makes it fun for me. And so this track was all of that. The groove, the vibe, completely different from what Whodini has ever done before, but very interesting. Mm-hmm. So it kind of piqued my curiosity just listening to the track. And I listened to the track all night long, just kind of just over and over and over again and totally absorb it. And then I try to come and attack it. So this is that track, and I kind of really fell in love with that song. So I needed that song after that night of just spending it with listening to that song. I needed that song, so I was happy to do it.
So I guess the music bring that out of you.
Absolutely.
When it's
Absolutely.
right.
It's inspiring.
Another comment from the chat room. He still looks the same, handsome.
Thank you.
With kissy lips. They still bumping those tunes, and absolutely, like even I was watching Friday at the Next not too long ago, and and the Middle Eastern dude was like, freaks come out at night to what.
Right.
It's like,
right.
Right here, sitting right here, and so that's dope. That's dope. As far as I see that you didn't. I mean, everybody asks you, but do you still when you tour? Do you wear the hat still? Or do you...
Yeah, of course, man. They want to see that hat. I don't even think they want to see me. They want to see the hat. They want the nostalgic, historic hat. So I bring it when I'm working everywhere I go. I mean, I don't want to say I'm tired of that hat, but I lug that thing, and that thing is heavy. I lug that thing around, man. But that just how when people look back on that age of hip hop, there's certain images that stand out, and so when they come to a Whodini show, they want to feel that way they felt back in the day when they went to that concert. I mean, back in them days, your parents would drop you off in front of the Coliseum, and all the kids would run out the car and go to see the show. And by the time the show was over, they all run back in the car and they drive off with their family, and they want to rekindle that feeling again. And so we bring the hat to kind of just satisfy.
Everybody.
Yeah, So yeah.
Because I watched the performance. There is a performance that you all did on Soul Train.
I remember that.
You had on the white.
Yes.
With the red.
Yes.
She over here laughing. December 5th, 1985.
But the main thing about that, we all wanted to go down the Soul Train line. So we had said, Don, can we go down the Soul Train line? He said, you know what? We don't usually do that, but you know what? Since you asked, you can do it. So that was the thrill about that. Growing up, looking at Soul Train and just actually having a chance to be on Soul Train and then go down that Soul Train line, that made everything.
Yeah, man. I was I watched that. I watched that clip. I watched those two songs. I watched the performance, and I was just like, you see, just the whole crowd was just 100% into it.
Yes, sir.
100% into it.
Yes, sir.
And so, and then to see the hat, the shorts,
yes,
the boots. I watched Lil Rail show last night, and it was this lady on there had. They was talking about her loose boots.
Yes.
And I was like, those almost the same boots, almost, but here's not loose in the top. So shout out to that. Do you ever look back at some of those clips and you're like, man, I knew I was fresh back then, but
now that's it. Wow, could I do that now? But that's part of. I was young then. I mean, I was 18, 20, 21 years old. So you're daring, man. You're bold, and and at that time, fashion scene was completely different. So you wanted to make a splash on the scene. You wanted to be fashionable, and you wanted to stand out. So those are just the articles that we picked to stand out. I knew that hat. Once we created that hat, whenever everybody see that hat, they're gonna know. They're gonna be able to recognize who we are. So that was part of our marketing plan. And the sexy leather, silk and leather kind of shorts and chaps and jacket with no shirt on, all that stuff. That was just part of our swag at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that set us apart from everybody else.
We still do that to this day.
Right. Well, not like that because
it's still
I'm
cast
older
trying
now,
it.
But we had some fun.
Yeah.
So when your kids see it and you're like, yeah, you know what?
Man, they be trying to clown me, man, so bad, man. I'm like, wow, it really hurts. You know what I mean? Like they can't believe my fashion choices at the time. I said, well, I was young, That was the style back then. Y'all don't know. We were setting trends back then. I got to do too much convincing, man, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We have fun. And funny thing about it, me and my kids, which is different from my parents when I grew up, we listen to the same music.
Mm-hmm.
We listen to the Travis Scotts. We listen to the Nicki and the Lil Weezy and the Drakes together. Me and my parents couldn't do that. My parents is on some jazz and some other kind of bebop or whatever the heck kind of music they were on. And so I just noticed between the different generations how, the differences between me, my generation, and generation of my kids. And so the great thing about this song with James Worthy is that we kind of bridge the gap between hip hop and R&B, old school and new school, because I feel like in hip hop, especially in hip hop, we're separated from old school artists are separated from the new school artists, and
Absolutely.
I think that takes away our history. And when we came up, we studied Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson and Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff like that, and we knew who these people were. I don't know if some of the younger hip hop stars of today know who guys like me are. So we want to try to bridge that gap,
Right.
and that will make us stronger as a whole in hip hop music, because it is the most powerful form of music in the world today. It spans and it merges with every other kind of music that there is, and I'm just saying there's power in that, but we have to be united. So this is a way of us coming together and bridging the gap between our generations and making some good music.
Absolutely.
And James Worthy, he's an accomplished producer, man. He produced all the hits. I mean, that all the kids are listening to right now. Not only his R&B selection in his career, but this boy makes some hip hop for real. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just been an honor, man, just to kind of work with him, man, and just kind of pick his brain and learn from a young man that's really got it going on right now, for real.
Absolutely. I mean, I told him the first time he was on when we were listening to the Jaden Smith track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Icon.
And, we were like a couple of my friends was like, man, you know what? This Jaden Smith track is hitting, man. I don't know how, it's Jaden Smith, but, man, it's hitting. And then when, I said doing research, and it was like, yeah, this was produced by James Worthy. And I was like, what? Boy?
Yeah.
We played on the show, and every time it's just like it hit, it knocked, and going through the list of the people that he's worked with, shoot.
He got a Grammy.
Yeah,
he got a Grammy, man. He's sitting over here like and you be like, wow, this young man is very accomplished, man, in this business, man.
On the resume, yeah, and it's just, I appreciate him because dude's super humble with it. It's not like, it's like, man, I gotta have some Dasani up here for me and make sure y'all play my track 3 times before we get out of here. Yeah. No, it's just it's cool cat, man. It's just I definitely appreciate all of that, man.
We ain't one to showboat all the time. I let the work speak for itself.
Oh, for sure. And it is. It is. It's definitely recognized. If you all didn't know, he did just put up that Move has made it to top 100,
number 100 on the radio charts, which is amazing.
It's been out about 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's only been out 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That it's gonna move. It's gonna move.
Definitely.
When you was talking about bridging the gap. It's some songs that you listen to and you feel like it doesn't matter when, like if that song that came out 20 years ago, it'll still be hot.
Songs that stand the test of time, man.
So even moving forward, this song will be one that you're not gonna be able to help but to move to, because it's like that.
Yes,
it's
like that way too.
Yeah.
And so
that's what I try to do with all my music. I try to make music that is gonna last.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not always worried about who's popular all the time, at that time, or I got to get this artist on here because, they popping right now. It's not really about that. It's just about good music and making sure it lasts to have a long legacy in the business,
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, look, I know they don't want to. They don't want to wait no longer. If you haven't heard it, or if you don't follow James Worthy, if you hadn't
Follow
heard
me.
it on my Instagram, let's go ahead and play this move. It's only a minute clip. I mean, it's a minute clip, but I'm sure they're gonna be moving.
Let's do it. Let's do it. James Worthy, Ecstasy, move.
Get it.
I want you to know, can't nobody put it down like I can. Can't nobody treat you like I can. Cool, calm, collected, so vibrant. Feel the vibe so deep, no hiding. Come with me, jumping on horizons. Ooh, you like the way I did that. Ain't gotta say much, say you. And I want you to want me to.
Hey, I know. Look, y'all go ahead and stream that title.
Yeah, go get it.
Any way that you can get your music, go ahead and get that legally. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure he get credit for all of these this good music that he putting out. But look, we was over here while it was on. I couldn't even.
I'm telling you, man, it's got that club
that vibe.
vibe, man. And you just having a good time in the club, and you just moving and having a good time. And tell them, the young ladies are hearing it on the web, and they're sending you videos of them vibing out to the song.
Guys and women, sending me videos of them riding in the car to it. They on the radio, listening to it on the radio. Girls in Jamaica and Bahamas.
So they're responding to it,
man.
Positively.
Crazy.
Yes, sir.
That's
crazy.
That's one of the good things about being able to put out your stuff on, it's with the internet and the different technology. Because shoot, it hit worldwide quickly.
With a click of a button.
And you get those clips, so you know it was something about that. And so it's not just something that you're just gonna listen to in your region. It's not like it's
I knew it was gonna be one of them global songs.
Mm-hmm.
It has that feel to it. But even with the delivery of what I'm saying in the song, I had to do it a certain way. Because I could have been, did like the you know what I mean? Like the cliche way of doing it, how they do it nowadays. But just wanted to come with something new and fresh and, feel good.
Cool. You didn't have to overpower the track.
Yeah.
The track speaks for itself.
Right.
All you had to do was just lay back.
Yeah, just vibe.
create the
with
vibe.
it.
Right. Shout out to Rob Beats.
Yeah, shout out to
Produced
Rob
that
Beats.
joint.
That's
Real.
my
Shout out to
producer.
Rob BC up in here chilling. There we
Yeah,
go.
me
That's
in
what
the
I'm
back.
talking about.
Shout out DJ Deltanya Cannon.
Deltanya Cannon. That's
Put it all
that's the
together.
in-house
Put us all
DJ.
together.
Yeah,
right.
she's the backbone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. They said in the chat room, nice vibe.
Thank you.
Also, anything I can twine to, I'm feeling it.
Nice.
Nice.
That's the one that said
Appreciate that.
yeah, he still looked the same. Kissy lips.
Thank you.
Also, feels like Chicago stepping music.
Yeah.
So,
Haven't heard that one. That's
Yeah,
dope.
but
That's dope.
now he said that, he reminded me of it. Yeah, it does. You
Kinda.
can step to that.
Yeah.
put that in
Yeah,
there.
nice little two-step. Yeah.
You put that in there, that'll be playing all over the place up there.
That's
Yeah.
high.
Especially,
That's high.
because all this, like you said, all it takes is one routine. You just
Yeah.
one routine and
Yeah.
a step is set up there, and
But you know what it is, those records like that, it's about the rhythm. You know what I mean? So if you got an island track like that, like doom, doom, you can easily get a rhythm to it. No matter even what you're saying on it, it's just that beat. Get that vibe and that rhythm. That's all you need.
I'm telling you, it's a cool joint. It's a cool joint. It's a great project to be a part of. So, yo, dude, thanks,
Man,
baby.
thank you.
Calling
Thank
your
you.
uncle out on the timing to do it, man.
I can't believe it,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
I think about it
For
every
sure.
day. I'm like, wow,
For sure.
it's crazy.
because I mean, it's a legend.
Yeah,
It's a legend.
I'm happy to be
Legend in
vibing
the
with this
making.
young man right here and Rob B. So I'm just happy. I'm just tickled to death. I feel good about the project. It just makes
Yeah.
me smile, man. Everybody that listens to this song, they just smile.
They love it, man.
You
They
can't
love
help it. Like
Right.
I played it for my wife. I was like, yeah, James Worthy gonna be on the show. He got Ecstasy coming with him. Here, listen to this real quick. As soon as I put it on, she was,
Automatically.
Nice.
Wow.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, I like that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about, and
That's
it was instant. It's not one of those things. You know, some
You gotta
songs
think
get
about
played
it.
on the radio so many times, automatic. You just be like, damn, I know the words to this.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you just know the words. You don't necessarily like it, but you know
Right.
the words.
You hear so much.
This is one of those songs. Like, soon as you turn it on,
Yeah.
soon as you turn it on, it's like, okay,
It grabs you.
I like
Yeah.
this. I'm here for this, 100%. And
Yeah,
so,
that's the vibe of the album. You know, just feel good stuff, music that you can easily listen to and remember. It's a feel good album. You know, I know we talked about the album last time on the show.
right.
You know, the album is real eclectic. You know,
You got a lot of people who's gonna be featuring on.
yeah,
the album, too.
we got some features on there. Of course, he's a part of that. We got Tony Terry on that album.
Okay.
We
That
got-
song is banging, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that Tony Terry track is banging.
Tony's
Dude,
back.
I already heard
Tony's
it. It's
back.
crazy.
Tony's back.
It's a hit.
There
Tony,
we
I got Tony Terry on there. I got Selena Johnson on there. Got T-Pain on there. I got Bobby Brown Jr. on there. It's a slew of artists that's gonna be on there.
Man, look, all these names. I know
Yeah.
all these names. It's like, yeah.
It's gonna be one of those projects.
And so, man, look, they gonna be calling you. Christopher Wiggins gonna be like, hey,
Hey.
James, what's up?
Hey
brother?
man, let's work. Let's work.
Call this man, y'all. Call
Let's
this
work.
man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Call him. He's definitely on fire. He's fire.
Yeah, and we got a lot of other records that I produced too that's coming out as well. Got about 10 singles that's getting ready to come out. It's crazy.
Oh, man. Yeah, look,
Just keeping it going.
keep us posted. We know you working, man. We see
Yeah, of course.
we see y'all all over the place. Oh, it's time. It might be time for me to go to sleep. But yeah, we see you working. It's all over the place. It's magazine here, show here.
You got to keep that consistency, man. You know, I tell people that all the time. You can't just rely on one song or whatever you're doing to save you. You got to keep it going,
Yep.
because it can fizzle out just like that.
How has it been for you trying to balance both things? You know, balance your own projects and do other people's stuff.
I deal with it a lot better now. Before it was overwhelming because I had so many projects that I was working on, whether I was writing or producing certain artists. But now my sole focus has been this album. So I haven't really been working with a lot of other artists as of lately.
Right.
You know, a lot of these records are just records I've already done, you know, a couple years ago or a couple months ago.
Okay.
But this album has just really been my whole focus, man. I'm trying to make the best body of work I can possibly make.
All right. And then, you know, we got Ecstacy.
Yes, sir.
Any tours coming up or anything like
Well,
that?
we do a lot of dates, just spot dates here. No big tours coming up, but we might be in the city, you know, close by. We do Atlanta every summer. We do that at Wolf Creek. We just did this past summer in July. Was it
okay.
June? In Wolf Creek, yeah. So we'll be back again. When they call us, we will come. I keep telling them, man.
We might give him a new Whodini record.
Yeah.
We might.
Jalo's waiting in the wing, and
Yeah.
James Worthy's gonna produce
know?
it along
Yeah.
with Rob Beats. So, hey,
It's in the works.
Man.
I'm trying to tell you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a single. I don't know if I'm gonna do an album, but we'll do a single. We'll do a single at a time.
Hey,
Yeah.
we all here for that. We definitely here for that. Well, look, real quick, I did want to talk about some things I seen last weekend, and definitely get your thoughts on that. And it's just random stuff that we saw on TV.
Okay.
Random stuff that I saw on TV, saw on the news. We saw a whole bunch of people burning Nikes last week. Some people burning Nikes with them on their own feet still.
Yeah.
Shout out to those dummies. You know, you want to burn some Nikes when they on your feet, then that's on you. Y'all got a Nike?
Well, what is that? Yeah, I got Nikes on.
I know. Well, shout out to X. I don't understand what that's gonna do because they already purchased it.
Exactly. You already spent your money.
Yeah.
And if y'all notice, nobody burned any good Nikes. They burned the grass cutters.
Right.
Oh.
they didn't burn no Air Max. They ain't burn no
Well,
pennies.
I mean, I guess that was their way of making a statement, but I'm always confused on how people try to make the statements after the fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get it, but then it's not really going to change much.
No.
It's like burning
You
the
know?
LeBron jersey. Like, and then he came back to our team. I got to go buy another one. Damn.
That's great.
Hey.
You already bought it. It's too late. It's too late. Hey, what's up, Mom? Look, Mom just popped in on time.
What's up, Mom?
What's up, Mom?
At 9:30. 9:35. Also, music beefs. Music beefs.
I know you saw what just happened.
Yeah, I seen what just happened.
What you think about that?
You know
what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Because I don't know.
The ladies.
Oh, okay.
When you talking about the ladies?
Yeah.
All right. Some stuff you just kind of got to let ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Don't be talking, leave my kids' names out your mouth
Right.
or anything like that. But, I mean, it's other places that this can happen. Y'all going to see each other. Not New York Fashion Week is not the time or the place in order to be out here acting.
You right
a
about
fool.
that.
And I get that some people still fresh into what it is. Like, I ask you this: when the last time you was like, you know, when I see this food, it's on site, if ever?
Couple years ago.
Couple years, really?
A couple years ago. But I had to change my mindset. You know, I had to change, how I deal with things. You know, because I used to be a hothead years ago. You know, but I had to humble myself down, because that's not how you conduct yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, females like that, they sometimes they ain't got it all the way.
I agree. Did Whodini ever have any
Not really.
rivals?
Not really. We had rivals professionally on the stage. Like, we were on tour with a particular group or somebody, and we would try to outdo them. When they would, we would all, every tour that we were on, we always raised the bar, and it raised the bar for everybody. But actually, to come to like a confrontation where we come to blows, not really. We weren't trying to do that. At that time, cops was whipping up behinds in the audience and all kinds of stuff like that, and we had to stop that. That was in the '80s. Back in the early '80s, we had to go through that. The cops used to be tearing our fans up. So, but not with each other, not with any artists. Well, I don't think Whodini's ever had anything like that.
Okay.
And I'm proud of that.
That's good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what's up. And look, I don't want anybody in the chat room to be like they was having breakdance battles. That is not that is not what went down. Wait, unless y'all did.
Well, no, I do remember we were in Long Beach, California one time, and a riot broke out, and because there was several gang in the audience, and I know usually you can have, like, if you're performing and a fight breaks out or a skirmish breaks out, you kind of move the attention to the other side of the stage in the skirmish until it calms down. This thing took off like a wave and throughout the whole arena. And then it went up to the mezzanine, and they were fighting and jumping off the mezzanine and fighting. Wow. And they had to shut the show down, cut the lights on, get everybody up out of there. So that was kind of famous back in the day of one incident that happened in Long Beach with gang violence. But other than that, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Cool. It's been pretty cool with us, man. You know, we've been fortunate that way.
That's good. That's good. Also, last thing, I was watching boxing this weekend. I don't know if y'all big boxing fans or anything like that. But on the Sean Porter, Danny Garcia undercard, it was these heavyweights that was fighting. And both of these guys looked like they just woke up and decided, like, oh, shoot, I forgot that I had a fight today. Like, neither one of them looked like they worked out at all before the fight. Like, not a single sit-up. Not a single sit-up, not a lap ran, anything like that. Like, even my wife was like, did they even work out? Just like,
that's horrible.
Heavyweight boxing is kind of hard to watch because, I mean, there's only a couple of them that's in shape, like the Deontay Wilders and the Anthony Joshuas. But some of these other heavyweights,
yeah, I can see it. I don't know, man. That's a sport I really couldn't watch.
You can't watch boxing?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The popularity of boxing is going down to that due to that MMA.
I've been seeing that.
I mean,
MMA is worse.
The MMA is
hardcore.
That's rough.
Yes, that's way rougher than boxing.
Yeah,
you know. So I think a lot of the fan and the viewership is moved on over to MMA. But the heavyweight division is really taking a nosedive since Mike Tyson. I mean, we haven't really seen a dominant American
That's
heavyweight
true.
since Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, since that era.
That's
That was
true.
the 80s.
That's true.
No, nah, I can't. Nope.
Not a dominant heavyweight. I
And then you
mean,
get
not in
Floyd.
America.
Floyd is retired, right?
Floyd was a welterweight. Yeah, he retired.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lennox
only
Lewis
about
came after that, and then he's from Britain.
Yeah, I know about him.
And then after that, in the heavyweight division,
it was the Klitschko's.
right,
and
it was the Russians.
Yeah.
And we still ain't got it back yet, all the way.
Not yet, because the only
right. They
it's
take it
two
down.
of them. It's one American dude from Alabama. His name Deontay Wilder, and
Okay,
then
he's
it's
coming
another
up.
guy, Anthony Joshua, but he's from across the water. so-
Okay. So,
but
we'll see what happens.
we'll see if they ever
somebody.
fight. It's somebody, yeah.
We'll be watching though when they come up. We'll be watching.
Yeah, when it's that time,
Right,
We
we'll
in
watch.
here. Like I could watch MMA. They say MMA is actually a little safer than boxing, though.
Really?
You ain't no.
Safer.
Just from the standpoint of you're not getting concussed over and over again. It's one concussion and then the guy's jumping on you and pounding on you end of the fight. You catch that one concussion, you don't go down, or you get back up. Now you're getting pounded on again in boxing.
Yeah, but they can
But they can kick you. They can
kick
knee
you and elbow you, and
headbutt you, and they
yeah.
can
That's
break your arm
crazy.
almost. So, submission hold. They,
you tap it.
yes, sir.
You're-
Well,
you're
I'm
out.
just saying, some people are stubborn, man. So they might not tap out in time.
Break it.
Right.
Just break it.
Right.
I don't care. I don't need this arm.
So
Yeah, that MMA is something else.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. I know I wouldn't want to do it. And it's the reason why Floyd ain't
Floyd ain't doing
ain't
that.
getting-
He
got
got
him
out.
back
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, he got his money and he bounced.
Shoot, I don't blame him one bit.
He made enough money.
Yeah, he made a ton of money.
Enough money, man. Floyd Mayweather. Yes, I'm gonna give him all the credit. What credit is due.
But he got out I guess at the right
And he
time.
was the smartest boxer ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
As far as his
100%.
business, he was the smartest.
Was he the highest paid as far as pay-per-view?
I think
I'm
so. When they
pretty
give
sure
you
he
$200 million for a fight, I don't think nobody's ever got that.
Yeah.
Pacquiao benefited from that. What did Pacquiao get? $100 million?
He got a
That
100
fight,
million,
that
right?
first fight they had,
Yeah,
he got
but Floyd got so
like
way
like two
more,
or
way
three
more than
hundred
that.
million.
Floyd got
Like-
way more than him.
Man.
They put that boy on the B side, and it was like, yeah.
And the
that's
fights
it.
ain't even that long.
No,
36
well,
minutes.
Floyd Mayweather fight gonna be it's gonna go the distance. We know that.
Well, yeah, he gonna dance around it, but
I hit him for some good guys. I mean, he ain't fighting no slouches.
nah, not
He
at all.
fought all the people he's supposed to.
You know,
fight.
but his tactic was always to get him tired. You know, so he'll dance around, hit him a couple times, and
Yeah.
that last round,
He's a boxer, not
Yeah.
not a puncher.
yeah.
Can y'all imagine $300 million for 36 minutes
Right.
worth of work?
Right. Not even an hour.
Not even an hour.
What's
Crazy.
that hourly rate then? What's his hourly rate?
Right. I need that
like
rate.
for real.
Okay.
Cut the check.
For real.
That's what it is. Hey, real quick before we get out of here, I did want to do this. Finish this sentence.
Okay.
Finish this sentence. My most memorable performance was, and that's for both of y'all.
I probably would have to say I did a sold out show, Six Flags,
Out
2,000
here?
people out here.
That's what's
Wow.
Yeah.
I think one of my most memorable shows is we were in Germany early in our career before we had hit in America, and we did a show and the audience didn't speak English, and we did a performance for an hour and we just had one song, but we stretched it out and did tributes to everybody that we knew songs along with our one or two songs, and at the end of the song I had a Whodini shirt that I had wore for the performance. This young lady from Germany walked up to me. She brought a shirt. She gave me the new shirt and asked for the shirt that I had on my back. So I took the shirt off my back and gave it to her, and she gave me the new shirt. That was a very memorable moment for me.
That is dope.
That's cool.
That is dope. All right, let me see. As I recorded Move, I envisioned women.
I mean, shaking their bodies.
I envision women on the poolside, on the beach,
Yeah.
getting jiggy with it. Yo, just having a good time.
Drinking pina coladas and,
Exactly, man.
That's
living the good life.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. So Ecstasy. When I met Don Cornelius, I was thinking,
I made it. You know what I'm saying? I made it on Soul Train. I have made it. This is it. I'm going to be a star. Hey, mama, look at me. I'm on TV. Hey, it was the ultimate.
he had
And he liked us too. Don Cornelius liked Whodini. And he didn't like rappers at the time because, at that time, we still had to prove ourselves. All rappers had to prove themselves. Yeah. But he took a liking to us. So that was kind of cool.
Because y'all still had that a little bit
we
of
was
that
the rappers
R&B
that
too.
we was the rappers that everybody mamas liked. My parents liked.
Yeah.
Because they understood what we were saying.
Yeah. The messages.
Yeah. Back in the day, they couldn't understand what everybody was saying, so they didn't like it. But they liked us. So that was cool.
That's dope.
all right, I think I already know the answer for you. But the most famous person that I've met was...
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we already know. He talked about that before.
I didn't even get to do that.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow,
Crazy.
man.
I was young, like 10, 11.
How?
Yeah, crazy.
That'll, man.
Once in a lifetime thing.
Mike, what about for you?
Whitney Houston, Prince. Just some real big moments for me. And Curly Neal from the Harlem Globetrotters.
Hey,
went
shout
to
out
the
to
Harlem
that.
Globetrotter show, and at the end of the show, they had the honorary Curly Neal as the honorary Globetrotter. And but after the show, they let you and the kids go on the court, and you can get autographs and take pictures with all the Globetrotters. And Curly Neal, man, my knees buckled, and I started trembling and almost had a moment there with Curly Neal because growing up, that was my idol, man. Curly Neal, man, the Globetrotters, man. That was a big thing for us. So got to meet
That's
Curly
dope.
Neal and shake his hand. It was cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Can't beat that at all. You hoop coming up?
Classic New York.
Huh?
Did you hoop coming up?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking
Played
about.
hoops in high school. I didn't make it to college playing hoops, but I went to high school and then I was
What
a
was,
rapper
what was your
after that.
position?
Point guard.
Point guard?
Yeah, Curly Neal.
Yes.
If there's anywhere else, it might have been Meadowlark.
Right. Well, but Meadowlark wasn't there, so I mean, we
Yeah.
knew all the Globetrotters. And I have a twin brother.
Mm-hmm.
We studied the history of the Harlem Globetrotters, man, from Geese Tatum.
Wow, that's
you know what I'm
hard
saying?
to
Goose
back.
Tatum and Marcus Haynes and stuff like that. Even Bob Gibson, even Will Chamberlain was a Globetrotter at one time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Why they dropping them names?
I'm a sports guy. I'm a sports guy, y'all.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. The celebrity that you get most mistaken for?
For me?
Yeah,
The most probably Kanye West.
that's actually in the chat room.
Yeah.
Really?
Now, that's in the chat room.
Well, actually, it's really two. It's a tie between two. It's Kanye and Babyface.
Kanye
Yeah,
and
I can see Babyface in you. Yes.
They said that man in the middle looked like Kanye West.
Yep, all the time.
I think also on the first show they said Teddy Riley as well.
Teddy,
Okay.
I never saw it.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
What about
Interesting.
that came up? Go ahead.
I don't know. Back in the day, they just say I look like Charlie Wilson. Back in the beginning of my career.
Back in the day, Charlie Wilson.
I'm
at-
saying, right, no, girl. Now maybe, but
now.
That's funny.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Yep, Mailman said, yep, Teddy Riley.
Teddy, really?
really,
Wow.
Man.
okay,
It could
I
be
didn't hear that one too much.
Man.
that's a new one.
That's a new
Yeah,
one.
man.
I always get some new ones every once in a while.
But Babyface, yes,
Babyface?
yeah.
Man, I get Babyface, Kanye, Fabulous, Jeremiah. I mean,
So when that happens, do you correct them or you just be like, oh, yeah, thanks, hey?
well, you know what I say? I tell them I'm unique. That's what I tell them.
So if they came up and be like, hey, Babyface, can I get your autograph?
Sure. Sure, why not?
Hey, you know what I got used to. You know what I got used to. People walk up to me and they don't quite know who I am, but they recognize me. I know who you are. Don't tell me. It's gonna come to me.
And I get
You-
that too a lot.
I know who
Yeah.
you. Kumo D, right?
Oh man, I get that all the time.
Oh, come on, no. I love Mo. That's my dude. Oh, but
Do
no.
you just let it ride? Or
I,
you like,
no, I correct
nah.
him. I say no.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Sometimes I let it ride. Sometimes I correct him. You know, if I don't want to be bothered with, I'll be like, all right, whatever. But
It just depends on
I'll
how
give
you-
him another guess. You guess again. I know what you mean, but guess it again. You close. So I play with him a little bit. I have fun with it.
That is hilarious. It's a
Yeah.
cool D. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
D.
hey, you racist. don't don't
That's
do that.
hilarious.
So the weirdest fan interaction was
You go first.
I can't think of too much.
nothing.
Yes.
I don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah. We can't talk about those things now.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
back then. Times are different now. Woo.
Craziest fan. I mean, I had a fan come to my house one time.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Just on some
Just on some
James.
random. Yeah.
James.
I wasn't the one to answer the door. Thank God my cousin was there. He answered and he was like, "Yeah, man, this girl came to the house. She was looking for you." I was like, "Who is that?" And you know, we got cameras around, so you know we can see anybody that pops up. Didn't know who she was. She was like, "Damn, I just wanted to get a picture with him." I'm like,
Wow, that's the
wow.
beginning of something.
Yeah.
Man.
I was
It's
like,
only gonna
okay.
get worse
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
for you.
I know.
I mean, y'all can y'all like still do regular stuff?
Yeah.
I said regular stuff like
I can do
movies,
regular stuff.
Movie,
Target,
yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
I can now. Back in '85, that would have been kind of hard. It was kind of difficult. So I understand what the Drakes of the world and those guys like that, Travis Scott, are going through right now.
Yeah,
I kind of had a little taste of it back in the '80s, but now it's cool. You know, I can kind of move the way.
It's,
I
you
like
know,
to
it's crazy for me. If I go overseas, like somewhere like London or Germany or something like that, it would be like that for me out there.
Okay.
move.
U.S.
So you're more recognizable
Yeah.
over there than you over here at
Yeah.
the moment. Okay,
Yeah, it's
That's gonna
crazy.
change though, but
It's crazy.
That's wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna change.
It's gonna change.
Yeah.
Holla at your boy when that
It's
start
gonna
happening.
change.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, man. It's a different world over there too, man. Different vibe. You know, just the people are different. You know, it's nice though.
Get ready for the come up.
I already
Get
know.
ready for it.
I already know, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm learning from you.
Yo, it's gonna be to another magnitude than it was for me. Okay, for you, it's gonna be another magnitude.
Yeah, you got a little bit different stuff to deal
Yeah,
with.
you got
especially with,
social
like,
media, oh man,
Yeah.
it's gonna be crazy. We didn't have social media when I did it. We didn't
I
have,
remember
we didn't
when
have,
there was no Instagram, no Twitter. I still remember them days. Like I remember, like when I first got in the business, because I started really young. So even me coming in young and
How
you
old
know
were you?
growing up, I got in around 16.
Wow,
17.
that is young to be in the business.
Yeah. So when I started, it was no Instagram, no Twitter. It was only MySpace at the time.
When I started, they didn't have cell phones.
Oh,
Okay, we didn't have cell phones, so we didn't have hip hop radio video shows. We didn't have MTV. MTV was there, but they weren't playing our music at that time.
Yeah.
So the only thing we had to do, our outlet to go and promote music was going to the mom and pop stores, going to the malls, the
Yeah.
record shops in the
Touching the
malls
people.
and all that kind of stuff, and just really one-on-one with the people, man. That was hard.
That hustle was real.
Yes, sir.
That hustle
Yeah.
was definitely real. But look, man, you know, it's on for an hour. That
Wow.
time, that
It's
time,
been an hour already?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That time,
Wow.
That
That's
time
crazy.
flew by. That time flew by. Listen,
Felt like it was 30 minutes or something.
look, it flew by the last time, man. But
It did.
hey, we definitely got to get y'all back, man. Once again, I enjoyed it. This was
Thank you for having me.
Mr. James Worthy, Mr. Ecstasy. Thank
you
you
for
all
having
for
me.
coming. Listen, go ahead. Let everybody know how they can follow you all real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Follow me on Ecstacy, official Ecstacy on Instagram, Ecstacy official on Twitter, John Ecstasy Fletcher on Facebook. Follow me.
And I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at King James Worthy. So make sure you hit the follow button.
That's what I'm talking about. And look, before we get out of here, September 30th, that's a Sunday, we got our Status Network launch party and empowerment concert. So we'll be here. Go ahead and be on the lookout for more information for that. I'm going to post it. So If you're in the Atlanta area or plan to be September 30th, come on out and kick it with us. That's how we get down. Our next show will be September 17th. At this time, I'm going back in time. September 17th. Same time, same place. We'll be ready to kick it with y'all. Until then, be safe out in these streets, y'all.